So I'm going to take you through the new changes in the app. First up, we've changed the footer. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you've now got My Impact on the left, the little tree, My Plan, Take Action, Discover, and Community. So I'm going to go through the things with the biggest changes. This is My Plan. So here you get a breakdown of everything you need to do to reach zero emissions. It shows you where you started, what you've achieved so far. That's logging courses and habits in the app. Where you are now in terms of your carbon footprint, a full set of your recommended actions. So that's based on your carbon profile. You can use the arrows on either side to spool through, or you can tap View All. When you do that, it opens up the full roadmap. So you can scroll through and you can see everything that we're recommending you do in the app to get as close as you can to net zero emissions as possible through lifestyle changes. You can tap View Less to condense it. And then the other thing to note is that we also show you exactly how much the app can do to reduce your emissions. So your maximum impact through lifestyle changes, and then you have the option to offset the remainder to get down to zero emissions. And so that's your plan. It just shows you where you started, what you've already achieved, your current footprint, so where you are now, recommended actions, how far you can get down to in terms of your annual footprint projection based on that, and then offsetting any remainder. And then corresponding to this plan is Take Action. So I'm going to tap Take Action at the bottom of the screen. And then here you can see habits, and that was previously part of the footer, but now it's included in Take Action. So habits at the top and courses. And so here, what the benefit to you is that you can basically jump straight back into any in progress courses and habits. And so, for example, I've got an active habit to commute on public transport. I've got a mastered habit of switching off stuff at the power point. A lot of habits in my plan that I haven't started. And here you can see we've also added metrics to the cards. So you can see the carbon impact, the number of people doing the habit, and how long it typically will take you to complete that habit. And then you can also see stuff that's not in your plan, and then all if you want to scroll through everything. That same filters with courses. So here I can see my completed courses. I already bank with the Green Bank, so that's done. My in-progress courses, so I don't have any current ones. I can tap to Not Started to jump into some other courses that are in my plan that are recommended to me, and stuff that's not in my plan that I might like to add, or all. So the other thing I wanted to show you was that now at the top of this Take Action screen, there's this arrow pointing down on the right-hand side. And if you tap that icon, it actually brings up the capacity to sort recommended actions. So you can choose which categories you'd like to display across all sustainability categories: energy, food, transport, waste, and purchases. But you can also now sort actions by how much money you're going to save with each action, how fast they'll be or slow, and the most popular actions with other users. So here I'm going to sort them by cost savings, apply the filter, and I can see now that slow ethical fashion is going to save me the most money because if you're massively reducing the amount of clothing you buy each year, that can save you quite a lot of money. Same with food waste. If you're massively eliminating food waste, it really adds up. So you can see now on these cards that in addition to the emissions that are displayed in terms of savings, that's tailored to your profile. You can see how many people are doing the course, how much it'll save you, and roughly how long it'll take you to complete the actions in the course. The key difference between habits and courses is habits is just a single action that you want to do on repeat on a regular basis, whereas courses have a fair bit more to work through in terms of one-off actions, stuff to learn, kind of building systems. A lot of the courses also have complementary habits that accompany them. And you can see that when you go into your plan and say, for example, here, you've got a course that helps you understand plant-based eating and then some habits to build on top of that. With recommended actions, if you tap View All again, you see this expanded view and edit button comes up the top. So if you tap that edit button, you can now remove things from your plan if they're not relevant to you. So for example, I am already doing ethical superannuation. So I can just tap that, remove it from the plan, and then it's gone. So that's a simple way to edit your plan, take actions off. If you want to add anything back in, that's not in your plan, you can go to not in plan in courses or in habits, and you'll see stuff that's not included and you can add it back in. And that'll get factored into the calculation about how much carbon emissions you can save based on your profile. And so one other thing to note is that in your plan, you can edit your carbon profile. So up the top here, there's a bit of text. If you tap the underlined carbon profile, it takes you into all of the data we have that you completed during onboarding about your setup and household and behaviors. And you can edit that when your circumstances change, and that will recalibrate your recommended actions, your climate action plan as well. And you can also, if you go to My Impact in the top here, in settings in the top right hand corner, when you scroll through, you can see update your profile. So that's two ways to navigate to the same information and just editing what you're already doing. So that's it. And I hope you get a lot out of the changes. Please get in touch with us if there's anything that you'd like to see next or that you think could be improved.